down for some reason.
No. Okay, welcome to Coffee Across. Let's get jittery. Let's get jittery.
Let's get jittery. Are you feeling alright, Chris?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just morning.
You know what? I came down with something too recently.
Dude, it's just been kind of dragging me down.
I think it's because I've been working on my own for 6 months, and I was in an office for the first time. It was like reintroducing myself into civilization.
Yes, yeah. Well, or at least into the filth of humanity. Well, people are dirty, man. People are dirty.
Yeah, I mean, we're disease carriers. That's all it is, right? Vessels.
Oh, proxy's jittery.
Nice.
Jittery. Okay. Let me see here. So what I'm doing right now is I'm updating. There was a UScript update, so I'm just updating some of my plugins and stuff. And then I was also looking at the Joshua Chu. But I was also looking, like, I browse the asset store every day looking for, like, oh, maybe I can use that for this, or maybe I can use that for that. One of these days, we're going to jump in and grab something random, like this Indian tribal totem set, and make a game from it. You know what I mean?
Good idea.
Like, we'll start from the art side, and
Inspiration from the art.
and then basically we'll make something with the art, right? Like, I think some of the stuff that you want to build, I think we go to the asset store and find the thing that's closest and just use it and go.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that way we don't have to wait for anything.
Exactly. What's up with, speaking of assets, what about the devil head?
So, Jubei made us a devil head. I haven't had a chance to try and bring it in. We could try that today.
Cool.
But I think...
I haven't seen it yet.
Let's do... well, it needs texturing. So, I may do a separate thing where I just deal with the head. Maybe I'll do that later today or tonight.
Cool.
Because it's its own thing, right? Like, bringing assets, a 3D asset in could be a whole hour. But let's finish up the tokens because I don't want to lose. Let's go back to our keynote. I don't want to lose this. We're not really done with integrate the Google Ads stuff because we're not quite at the spend point, right? Like, we're close. We're close, but we're not quite there. So let's look at let's play the game and take inventory on where we're at. Come on, mother. Oh, you know what? I think I need to restart Unity. Okay, I'll keep vamping while we work this out. So actually, we're really close. What?
Have you seen Mad Max yet? Sorry to interrupt.
I have not. I've just only recently saw Avengers, but God, that was a shit show. Not because of the movie, but because of the experience at the theater.
Oh, really?
It was like the volume was too low for like 20 minutes.
Oh, God.
Yeah. The people behind us thought they were sitting in our seats because they were assigned, right? But apparently they can't read the difference between B and C. And I was like, what the? Oh, and then they sat behind us. And like, I could hear every kernel of popcorn go into the guy's mouth. Like, every single kernel. It was like, holy shit, man. Like, I just wanted to put it all into a blender and get a funnel and just pour it into his mouth so that I could be like, just shut the fuck up, man. I'm trying to watch me some Hulk. I love me some Hulk.
The Hulk is awesome in those movies.
Yeah, hold on, I'll be right back.
Sure. What about Proxy and Josh? You guys seen any good movies lately? Any Mad Max? Avengers? Insidious 3?
La la la. Okay. So let's get Unity back up and going. Launch. Oh, Mad Max tonight. Josh, come on. Actually, you know, Josh, if it wasn't that I wanted to have a big screen experience with these movies, I wouldn't have gone. I just don't like being in public. You know, I just don't.
Yeah, but
really
Mad
dope.
Max was made to be watched on a wide format.
I know. I'm gonna have to. I think maybe one of these
Go during the
weekdays.
day.
What?
Go during the day.
That's what I was just about to say. Is like I'll go during the day. Well, so speaking of which, I have an announcement. I've Keeb is in. Keeb is in house.
Coffee time.
Keeb's in house. Okay, let's clear this. Yeah, well, I'm doing 3 days of contract work with this startup and 2 days at Nexon now. So,
Cool.
Yeah, Proxy and Josh, that's probably new news to you. I'm not sure. Use script touch. Why is this so? We've got some asserts. Hold on. Global already contains blah blah blah. So I think I've got some dupes here somewhere. Let's do this. Runtime nodes, events. These are all events conditions. No, actually, I've got so many asserts going on here that I can only assume that I've got a compile error at a much earlier state. So basically, it's telling me every script is wrong somehow. So I am going to. We're going to do the equivalent of a clean project, which is go to where my UScript folder is. Hold on, I'm going to make this larger so you can see it. We're going to go to my UScript folder, right? That doesn't even matter. All of these folders probably need to go. UScript project files I'm not going to touch because this is where my UScripts are, right? But I might do this. We're going to delete these. Yes, delete completely from the project. We're going to completely delete the UScript folder from the project. And then we're going to re-import the plugin so that it hey, thanks everybody. Congrats!
It's cool that you're working in a new place. It's awesome.
Yeah, so the nice thing is that means that I will have potentially a weekday morning on Monday, Thursday, or Friday for me to go and check something out like this, right?
Yeah.
So,
so what you did just now was delete the UScript within Unity. And
yes.
Now you're re-importing what you just deleted?
Correct. So let's do this. I'll show you what I did. So this is your project file, or your project hierarchy of files on your machine, right? When you open this up and locally, these are all in their own folder. Before we started casting, I brought this actually right when we started. I re-imported a new version of UScript, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't double check to see what I was importing. So I probably should have. I think I need all of these things replaced. I clicked all, but it may not have done what I needed it to do. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
due to the update, then probably.
Say what?
Due to the update.
Yeah. That's why I was getting those asserts. So basically, I need to re-import everything. So, pro tip: whenever you see that many asserts going on in your console, don't go fishing each one individually, right? Especially if you've done something like bring a plugin in or something like that, like something's drastically wrong. So basically, you need to go back up a level to like, okay, I didn't get these until I included this project. What's going on here, right?
Right.
Project files. Okay, now I'm still getting some asserts, but now let's go see what we're getting here. It's still active. It's doing some shit. Missing reference. Come on, Chief. May have to go to same with tune particles. Hold on, let's delete this one. That's not great. That's okay, I'll fix that later. what was it? Toonie particles? Toonie colors? Toonie fire collection. There we go. Import all of these. Yes. Okay. Every once in a while, it's actually not too bad to do this. You have to go back and work through making all of this happen. So it replaced it. I got lucky there. Okay, let's clear this. Let's hit play. Boom. Oh, no reference. Okay, so I have to fix my scripts. Right?
Oh boy.
No, that's okay. We'll step through this. It's looking for. Let's go to the inspector. Yeah, so I'm missing some of these scripts because it was referencing a use script that doesn't exist anymore, right? So I'm gonna have to. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete this one, right? That's gonna make all of my use scripts not work. We're gonna go to our use script editor, right? We're going to go to this one, save it. Let's save the graph. There we go. See now, I'll show you what's going on here. It's not associated with a scene, right? Because I deleted it from that object. So now I'm going to see if I can try and associate it after the fact to the scene. Into confetti. Sungbug! Hey, man, what's going on? Long time no see. Source, save as, Okay, there's a way. There's got to be a way for me to associate this after the fact, right? You know what I'm going to do? We're going to save graph as, right? I'm going to just work around this as if it was a new file. Twitch doors test U5. Let's actually start calling this just our 3 doors. There we go. Save this. Assign to master game object, right? Which will recreate our object in the scene. Boom. And now I'm going to delete this Twitch doors test because we're now using this main script. It's essentially the same script, right? So
actually named correctly now. It's the real deal.
Yes, the real deal. Hold on one sec. We are compiling. New scripts. Let's get rid of this one. So I'm going into the project now to delete that file. Generated code. That's going to be in here somewhere. Twitch doors US test. Boom! Headshot. Done. That one's done too. Okay. Now we have our new use script. Our exposed variables. They may all be wrong, right? See, now I have to find my door spawn again. What is it called? Door set, right? Okay. Okay, let's see if we get our doors. Oh, but we also have our thing rotating. So basically we're going to have to step through all the scripts right now to make sure that they're all set up correctly, right? So let's go into, okay, on graph enable, we have a gate, first time through, we're going to spawn a prefab. The door prefab is not defined, so the door prefab that we want is going to be door set 01. Let's do this. Get that going, sorry. And then let's go to our uScript file. The door prefab is this one. The door spawn, I actually put the wrong one in there. That's the spawn point, right? So walking through my script, I'll be able to see all of this. So what I want in this spot is door spawn point, right? It's a good thing I named everything what it's supposed to be, so that I can walk back through and reset some of these things. I don't remember if the default door speed is correct, but let's hope so. Say what?
Half a second?
Yeah, I don't know if that's... This, remember, because we set the default here, but we may have tuned it in game. So this is not a bad thing for us to do before actually going into. We're on the verge of polish, so we have to make sure that everything works anyway. iTwin extensions, okay, that should move it. We have our door spawn correctly. Yep, it'll use that door prefab. Let's use this as tilt left. Okay. Save debug. We'll save this graph, and then we're going to walk through our other 3 or 4 just to make sure we're all good. All right, let's look at the ad box one. Everything looks like it's in the right place. Yep, because I used that god-awful texture just so we could see it show up. My banner. We're good to go there. Score module. Everything is all set for ourselves. I think this is going to go back to working correctly. There we go. Okay, awesome. We're almost.
Looking great, man. It's looking great. I'm sorry. It's exciting.
Right, it's close. We're essentially on the edge of polish, right?
Right.
We actually may get to the Satan head today because we're at that place. Oh, you know what? Our clouds aren't working.
Yeah, no coins, right?
I just haven't hit one yet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh. We weren't getting... Oh, right. I unhooked... There's no penalty right now for the ads showing up by themselves. I have to remove the ad to pay the coins. Right?
Oh, it's not covering.
Right? Well, we can't see... So, like, this isn't an authorized... Like, I'm not going to get mobile ads on this. Right? Which is why I was setting up a... let's see, our clouds are rotating.
Yeah.
So strange. So strange. Okay, now let's let me go find that. New script. There it is. Cloud rotation. Let's do tilt right. It was overriding my default. I'm looking to see if there's any difference. I don't see anything. Oh, let's remove that ad. Spend the tokens. All right. We're really close. So the next 3 episodes are going to be... We're going to do some polish today. Then we're going to do a little more polish. And then we're going to do 1 episode where I put it on devices. We have to test it, right? So we'll do device testing and making sure that it works on Android and on iOS. And then I'll do an episode on publishing, and then everybody will be able to download it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, actually, if you want, you know what we can do? Let's well, I'm so chill today. Look, check me out with my hand under my chin. Just
you're
like
chilling, man.
Oh, it's because like I can see that the project is like really almost done, and it kind of makes me feel good about, you know, all the pieces are working. We're really close, right?
I really love how the ad flies up after the Satan pops up.
Yeah, how it's like doo doo, right?
Nice. Yeah.
I think you missed that part, right? You had the jet.
Yeah. See, that's nice.
Right. I mean, you know, and we'll tune in polish. Yeah, Zugbug, it's way more finished since last time you were around, and then the clouds are kind of trippy. Let's try and do... I don't think I'm done with that remove ads button. I might be. I'm not sure. But I know I see over here that it removed something. Oh, it's not actually removing these the actual banner ads, because these are getting created. You just can't see them. Okay, that's going to be something that we fix here. I'm not quite done doing. Oh, see, it is tilting. It's just that the texture is not doing things. See that the clouds are rotating actually, right? But it's not looking like it is on our screen. It doesn't mean it's not actually happening.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, so there's a couple of things before we really get to polish. You know, we don't have a begin, like a game start and a game end, right? And I don't know that we need to have like a start screen all by itself. The game's just not that big, but we do
right above what the game looks like, right? Just like hit tap to start.
Yeah, basically. So I need to find that picture.
It's smoother anyway when you start up an app.
Right.
He wants some of that intro screen and music.
Yes, I know.
Three-dimensional cinematic in here for the intro and.
Yes, we are going to do tweak how the score and token counts are visualized. That's all default font. So we're gonna have to go get some fonts, right? And I'm not sure what those are gonna look like yet, but we do. I think what we need to do is do our intro screen ahead of time. Music. Let's go to our keynote. I'm gonna start calling it Keebler note. And let's add start screen. Not yet. Let's add music. You know what? I'm gonna do to-do list old. We're gonna do a new one because we're gonna run out of room.
I have an idea.
Okay, hold on.
The game is the game object falling somewhat down onto where the plane starts, where you actually are on the ground with a little guy screaming in the background.
Oh.
Drop into hell.
You okay? I hate ads! So we need to do that. Particles are temp. So we have temp particles in. Polish a coin animation. I'm just going to change everything now to a polish task. Polish text fonts.
Castlevania fonts. Super Castlevania 4.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Something hellish.
It works for the theme.
Polish. Hold on. What's the thing I just deleted?
I know.
Oh, particles. Okay.
Polish particle.
Particles. I was actually thinking something there more like a poof, like a smoke poof. You know what I mean? So I've got a really
something quick, right? Like,
yeah. Well, it's a really toony fire thing going on right now, and I think the Three Doors is starting to push a little bit more like in that graphic novel zone where it's less cartoony.
It's funny how that stuff changes.
Well, right, and I'll tweet out my original.
Yeah.
Sketch piece that we started with, or I'll show that we'll compare and contrast in another episode. But
anyone ever use NeoPaint? The trial version would have a guy run out and throw up an ad before the program quit out.
Oh, we should have it pop out with a poof keep. And in fact, let me see. Hold on, polish particles. Get new. Poof. We'll use the same poof. Polish door animations. We'll just call that done for now.
Yeah, doors look great.
Let's see. Polish. Remove ads. I think I'm gonna. Let's wait to see what that looks like, Keeb, to do that polish piece to when we get it on device. Try on devices because I actually want to see the ads, what they look like, and then try and we'll connect the dots after we get that going. So once we get it working on devices, I'll put it on a Samsung and we'll go from there. Add player animations to do, that's done. Let's remove that. Sorry, let's call this 6/6/15 is when I did this one. Okay. Game over. We need to add game over screen, right? Or at least polish the game over that we have. Have you guys ever played Jetpack Joyride?
What?
Have you ever played Jetpack Joyride?
No.
The start screen is the start of the game, right? So like the game starts with the player breaking through a wall from the left, but the buttons are all there. So as soon as you hit new,
It's
what?
an amazing game.
What?
It's just up and down, right?
What? Okay, hold on. What?
It's a side scroller, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It starts from left. You run to the right, tap the screen to thrust, right? But the beginning screen is the wall breaks and the player runs out. So like there's like a nice little there's a kind of a story piece of like, oh wow, where am I breaking out from? And then it's nice because then the buttons just sort of fade away, right? Yeah. Have you played it or you looked it up?
No, I played that one. You collect the coins through there, and then you can buy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. It's awesome. It's a great little
That's why I was
arcade
saying that maybe that drop down into that'd be like part of the storyline. You know, it's a little narrative.
Yeah, well, we can do, like, basically, what we don't have right now is a start state, and we have kind of an end state, right, that resets back to the beginning, but we don't have, like, an interstitial there for the start. So let's set that up today, just so that after reset, right, we go to, you don't start until you hit a start button. Right.
Mm-hmm. Awesome Lemons wants to see the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on 1 second. Let's get this going. Let's see the game. Finish the game. Okay. Actually, let's play it again. Hold on. Sorry. I know you want to see the game, but I'm trying to hide out my U script so it doesn't interrupt our intro. Actually, we have start music, right? We have a start sound.
Thanks for following, Awesome Lemons.
Oh, yes. Okay, so there's a chance that I get nothing. Actually, oh, there we go. We got an ad. Ping. Token. Remove the ad. Okay. Yeah, we're not quite done with our... Yeah! Woo! Everybody counts. Everyone counts. Actually, you know, honestly, I would do this if it was just Brian and I. Like, this is just kind of fun to do, and I like talking about it. So, I love the fact that people are watching, but you know, it's like it's super cool that actually people have an interest in it. But you know, this is what I've been doing for 20 years, right? So like, it's just kind of fun to share. Yay!
Also, we have 8 people in here. We could get 10 today.
Oh, then, which means, hold on 1 second. We have...
Yes.
We haven't hit 10, which means that, like, I kind of thought, like, a raffle would be lame, because I'd be like, who wants some coffee? Right?
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. We have some Kicking Horse coffee to give away. So, I was thinking about a raffle, but, you know, we may have to get more creative and do something like I'll create a random name picker here in Unity and just use that to generate who the winner is, right? What was that, Keep? Token stuff is working 2 at a time? Yeah. I don't know if it's actually an authentic fancy coffee.
Looks pretty fancy.
Yeah, you're right. Well, there's one there that got created for something. I don't know what this thing is. Yes, well, that's the score. So, like, I'm doing... we need to tune that. So if you look at... Let's go to the scoring module. I've got it set to... That's the score amount. Penalty amount is -4 when you spend it. And we're getting 2 tokens for getting a token. So basically the ratio is 2 to 1. The penalty is twice what you're gaining. But yes, it adds 2 tokens. But I think what we should do is something like we can tune that. In fact, we can try something like it adds 1 and it's -2 every time you hit a token. So remove add is -2. Yep, we got 1 token. Right? Watch the token counter up here. Boom! Remove the add. Okay, actually, let's do this. Let's maximize on play. Go to the game screen. I'm going to hit this button, maximize on play, which means it will get the full screen. Oh, Brian, you're over the tokens. Hold on. There we go. Actually, up close, it's starting to look pretty good. The coin looks... I can actually see the shape of the coin in that it's not round at this size. I wonder how this is going to look on a phone. I may not notice. Up 2 +2. I'm winning. Oh man, I'm winning. +2. Boom. Oh my God, I'm doing well. Oh, and then I got an ad. Okay, and that's where we're at. Yes, yeah, Keeb, it is actually polygonal, in fact. But we could also, we could also do this. It doesn't necessarily feel good to just get 1 token, right? Which is why I went with 2 initially. But we could also do this pinball style, where every token is something like 25, and the penalty amount is also 25, right? And that will give us like an equal opportunity, like. Basically, it's a 1-to-1 ratio of like every time I get a token, I better get more, right? So like it'll jump a lot. But for the sake of tuning and understanding where we're at, I wanted to keep it down into like simple integers, right? Like 1 digits, so that we could watch what's going on. So, remove an ad. Yeah, we're not quite done yet because I can see that these ads are stacking up over here, and I don't have a remove ad button to deal with them. So we'll have to jump into that script in a bit.
A game over screen.
Say what?
I don't think you're ever going to see a game over screen.
I would have to spend my tokens, right? So I have to continue to get ads. And because it's 1-to-1, we may never ever get to game over, right? So that's why originally I did a 2-to-1 sort of ratio, right? So let's call it -2 and 1. And this is sort of the important piece of this, of testing your game, right? Because now we're starting to get into tuning land. Okay, I'm getting 2 tokens. I started with 10. That seemed pretty generous. Let's remove an ad. Right. Oh, he put up another ad. Let's remove it. Oh, I'm getting tired of looking at ads. Right? Do you see like the real compulsion is starting to show up of like you have to imagine that there's an ad up here over your score and tokens that I'm removing. Right? And so we're getting to the point where 2-to-1 feels good. Like, I think everybody wins at that score ad ratio. Some of these aren't going away. Let's look at our my banner ad. That's the... Oh. Hold on, I'm not sure exactly what all of these things are. Hold on. Add component. Why do I have two things in here that are... What am I calling? All right, let's go look at that script. Ha! I'm never gonna ignore you, Keeb. You're like my you're like my code buddy. Like always double checking my code check-ins. Okay, let's see. Let's go look at the ad script. Oh, I remember now. Right, we're using the same ad script for the real rotating box and the actual ad, right? Dude! Aaron Butler. Far Side. We're almost at 10. Yeah, he's another ex-Medal of Honor cohort.
Nice. Welcome.
Dude, this is awesome. Like, Keeb and Aaron, this is going to be like the Medal of Honor reunion day. Like, everybody show up on Saturday. Let's make some stuff. You know, maybe we'll make a first-person shooter here one of these days and everybody can backseat drive. Let's see here. Okay, so where are we checking? Receive signal. Token spent. Destroy the owner. Should work for both, actually. So any banner ad that gets created should get destroyed. The rotating some shit should get destroyed as well. After this delay, game object has this tag, add 4 anims, blah blah blah. This one deletes itself. This thing goes and deletes. Object has tag, add 4 anims, right? So we're doing this delay. Oh, actually, that's what I am going to change. We're going to add another tag, and we're going to call it add for penalty, right? We're going to go to our tags, and hold on one second. Let's find my banner. Smart banner, upper center. Let's turn it on so that when I then let's tag it. New tag. No, it's actually, I don't want it to be called new tag. What did I call that? Add for penalty. Okay, hit enter so that it takes. Let's go back to my banner. Add for penalty. Right, that's add mob banner. We will apply this to that prefab. Turn this back off. Now, when I see, let's watch this hierarchy over here. When ads get created, they will, you'll see something over here that shows up that says clone, right? Dorset 1 clone. Ad box for animation clone showed up and it didn't delete. Did it not delete? Yep, it's just spinning up there. Right, now let's remove the ad. It's gone. Okay, so my banner though is still there. Is it? Okay, let's look at that again. Hold on. It did show up as new tag, didn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't actually change the tag. Keeb is my code buddy, man. You're the shit. Yeah, you're right. Look at that action. Add for penalty. Okay, good to know. Let's apply that. Then let's hide this out again. Actually, I'm going to bring this over a little bit so that our faces aren't covering the inspector. Let's play it again and see if that tag showed up correctly. I switched back because I added the tag, but that didn't actually go back to the prefab to change the tag, right? So like I added the tag, but I didn't actually change it, is what happened. Dude, fucking Cylon Raiders showing up at your house.
It's like, yeah, weird science.
Yeah. I I got a coin. Come on, let's get an ad. There we go. Okay. My banner is tagged ad for penalty. Move ad. Okay. That's fine because now I need to go here. Ad for penalty. Game has that tag. That's good. This is token spent. It did not delete, and it should. Let's see here. Let's try this again. Let's test it. Oh, you know what? I jumped the gun. Hold on. We need to compile this with my change. I didn't actually change it. Let's get jittery. So yeah, I'm gonna get a coffee across printed curtain thing, and I'll just get it off a Cafe Press, and you should get one too. And then that way, I was starting to think we can have like random shit show up behind a curtain, right? like I open a curtain and there's a dude in a panda suit, right? Or like, or I pull the curtain aside and there's another curtain there with like other stuff on it. Say what?
It'd be like 3 curtains.
Yeah, 3 curtains. Okay, hold on. We are compiled. And we are launching. Don't look behind the curtain. Yeah. There's nothing to see here. Okay, let's watch this left side of the screen. My banner, ad box for animation. They're there, right? Let's go back to game. Remove ad. Should also remove this My Banner clone. I wonder. I know why. Let's go look at this button. Canvas is what all of your UI is on. So let's pull this down here so we can see it. Button. Let's go to where the button actually actions things. Open this up a little bit. Okay, so it is reward spawn component can spend token set to true. Why is this one empty? Okay, so I'm sending, when I click the button, on click, I am setting this can spend to true in reward spawn, right? And when I set this to true, it sends this signal, token spent. Then it says can spend tokens false, and it makes the button inactive. Okay? We're gonna have to fix that at some point because I need to know how many ads are on screen so that you can continue to spend, right? Okay. However, we are not getting. We're getting this if I've put myself into a corner here. I'm using the same script on both ad objects, right? Like the ad box for animation is using add component, right? But I'm also using it on my banner because I thought I could get away with let's see here. I thought I could get away with using this, like getting lazy, using one script for both that knows essentially what kind of or which object it is. So receive signal string contains destroy self. Script, hold on, I'm just double checking that I haven't missed anything. Yeah, that should work. I don't know why. It should destroy everything that has this script on it, right? destroy self there. We're going to wait 10 seconds. After 10 seconds, it'll destroy. Add for penalty. Let's save it again. Okay. Don't look behind the curtain, Keeb. Keebler! Alright, let's try this again. Let's test it to make sure this is working.
10-second auto destroy working? Keeb just asked.
I think it is. We should double check that. So let's get an ad. Okay, we've got our first ad. Let's hit the button and see what happens. So it didn't kill this banner, which exists somewhere. Oh, I know why. Okay, come back to, see, ad box for animation is good to go. Let's go back to my banner. Okay, let's look at this prefab. Here's the quiz of the day. The answer to why this isn't working is here. Can you find it, Brian?
Where are you?
Like, I'm looking at the inspector on the right side of my screen. And the answer for why the banner is not getting deleted is here. Keeb, can you see it? Don't say it.
Well, smart. Is the script wrong?
The script's not wrong. The answer's at the script. Yeah. Oh, Keeb, don't say the answer. Keeb said the answer.
Oh, you just have to click the radio button.
Yes, it's not active. That's what I get. Okay, let's go back again. All right, a potentially frustrating bug. I could have spent the rest of today combing through everything, and what's interesting and what's important to remember about Unity is the physical relationship of what's in the level is just as important as the scripts that you're making, right? And so, especially when you're dealing with creating prefabs in the world, you have to make sure that the state that they start in is the one that you, that's what you get, is the state that you want it to be in, right? And I think I had it disabled last week for a reason, but then we walked away for 7 days, right? Forgot that I had disabled it, and then come back. So Keeb is right. That is what I get. Okay, hold on. I interrupted myself by yammering on like an old man. Let me look at this stuff again. Hold on. My banner. Let's turn it back on. Let's apply. Okay, now let's just double check that add component script is working. That's the first thing we're going to test for, right? Is that this script will delete itself. And actually, Keeb, your other question, was it 10-second auto-destroying? It probably wasn't, which is why they were stacking up. Okay, let's go here. In 10 seconds, this thing will destroy itself, and this banner clone should go away. Right? 5, 4.
Okay.
Oh. 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 It didn't go away.
Huh.
However, remove ad worked. Okay. If I am add for penalty, destroy myself. 10 seconds. Delay is true for 1 frame. Game object has tag. Add for penalty. Let's make sure that add for penalty is there, but I'm also going to do. So let's select this one and delete it because I don't want to see it again. I don't want to see you again. And then let's go back to this. We are tagged add for penalty. Game object has tag add for penalty. And the answer's here too. Why this doesn't work or why this is working.
Add for penalty.
Yeah, Keeb's right. I'm not using the right tag. I outsmarted myself. I didn't want to create 2 tags, so I used this tag, add for anims. And if it did not have add for anims, kick it out. So we're going to delete this. Has at least one of these tags in delay, delete self. Save the graph. Save the world. Okay. Almost there. Stay on target. I was not using the right output key. This is awesome. It's like old times, dude. It's like 15 years ago we were doing exactly the same thing in our offices, right? Like,
where were the offices?
Bel Air, like over like near UCLA.
Nice.
Back up in the hills. The Dennis Franz used to walk his dog around.
Really?
Yeah, he was like up the street, and I'd see him. I'd be like, "Hi, Dennis Franz."
That's awesome.
Yeah. Okay, now let's get ourselves a penalty ad. Bing. Now let's go to my banner clone. 3, 2, 1. Everything deleted itself. It's great. All right, now we're so flipping close. Okay, let's play it again.
How do you win?
There is no winning. What?
What keeps me going?
I don't know yet. We have to figure that out. I was actually thinking about doing a win at 10,000 doors, right? Like the eventual end. But I think that's a long time, right? And it depends on how mean I feel that day on when we sort of tune that on the win condition. Actually, so we need to add a win condition. Let's go back to Keynote for a second. Add music. Add win condition, right? So we don't quite have a game yet. We still need to do all these stuff. Add music or ambience. Okay. Each play could cost a coin, but I kind of don't want to track a meta thing. I want to be more. Oh, right. So passing doors costs a coin. So just picking one of 3 doors costs 1 coin. Yeah, we could do that, Keep. I think that was part of my initial idea on this, that just existing in this world is heinous, right? Getting out of the ad of hells is rough. Actually, we can tune that. We can start with a few more, but I kind of want this to be. It plays so fast, and I think once we get it on device, it should be like click, 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 click. I'm not going to spend on ads, and you go and like have these really fast cycle rates. So our start game, and like I said, I don't think we should have a start game screen. We should have just a start button, but it needs to have a start state. So whatever that is, it needs to be quick and easy so that our game just goes right back to 3 doors. I mean, like we're really trying to cultivate some nicotine mice sort of reactions of like, do you know what I mean? Like tap 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 tap, get the button. Oh, I'm getting there, right? It's very Flappy Bird, very exactly. It's absolutely Flappy Bird. But here's the thing: is like Flappy Bird for me. Like the whole concept behind this game, and it's not really like a game for fun right now. The fun is actually in the building and on this side for us, because it's kind of a big. It's like one part art piece, right? Because it's ads are the enemy. I want people to have like a total what should we call it? Visceral reaction to the ads, right? Yeah. Of like, oh, I hate these ads, right? Oh, I gotta spend a token. Like, damn you, Satan!
Because they're gonna fill up, right? Like,
no, they'll stack at the top, right? We could have them stack at the top and then push themselves down, right, to start blocking the gameplay. That seems more aggressive than I want to be right now. I think let's just finish the concept of the ads just never go away if you keep getting Satan, right? And it's your choice to spend tokens. And I like Keeb's idea of like, yeah, it costs a token to every time you go through the doors, right? So going through a door that has nothing is actually a penalty, right?
Okay.
right? It's like basically.
I thought you moved forward with that.
Say what? You do, but it's the you do move forward, but it won't be a penalty in a way that we were talking about before, right? Where it was like a conscious penalty. It's just entry fee to each door is a token.
Okay.
Basically, it's like you need to spend a token to get there. So at minimum, you will spend, let's say it's 10 tokens. You'll be able to get through 10 doors if you don't hit anything.
Maybe they should be keys.
Oh, they could be keys, and then you spend a key to unlock the ads.
Mm-hmm.
Let's investigate that. Part of the reason that I picked those coins is because it was easy.
I was saying that it could be keys to open the doors, so that would be your score or whatever you want to put over there, and then the coins that you get from some of the doors can be used to still purchase the ad removal.
Yes, I think that's entirely possible. But what I want to not do is add one more resource for the player to track, right?
Okay.
Because basically, if you do that, you split the penalty off of the main action, right? So coins are only spent on ads in that case, right? And so what do I get when I get a positive thing? I get tokens. So I'm going to have to start giving away keys now too.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? And so like basically I could randomly spawn a coin or a key, but then like now the rule set for the game starts to get fairly complex, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if we were to go to keys, I would replace tokens so that it was only one resource that the player was worried about, right? In which case, I bet you I could find a skeleton key in the asset store that looks right. Let's not move the key right now. You know what? I'm gonna punt. We're punting on that for now. Okay, let's play one more time. Yeah. See, so right now what we've got is the penalty for removing an ad is 2 coins, right? And what's clean about this is it's purely a decision on whether or not I want to get rid of ads, right? But at 2 to 1, I'll never. So remove this ad. It's like it's a little too fair, right? Like you're always gonna get like a score of somewhere in the 20s probably, unless you don't spend. Say what?
Make it 5 to 1.
We could make it 5 to 1. So when you make that decision to spend on ads, right? Let's go to our score system.
Yeah.
Right, and we make this -5. Starting with 10, that only gives you 2 tries if you don't. Whatever, like it gives you 2 lives, basically, right? But that means that you would have to successfully get 5 tokens to get a 3rd life, right?
Sounds cool. Challenging. Let's do a lot more.
Ooh, streak bonus. Great idea, Keeb.
What's a streak bonus?
So if I go through, if I get 3 tokens in a row, I can get you a streak bonus. Oh shit, I've only got 6 tokens now. Oh, only 1 token now. Right? Spend it.
It gives you a game.
What?
55 is a little hefty.
It's okay. We were at the point where we were just trying to make it work before, and now we're going to be dicks.
I think the streak, I mean, it immediately makes it so
I totally agree.
To find points.
Yeah, I think the streak, getting 3 tokens in a row will grant you some streak bonus, right? Actually, you know what we could do? what we can do is have the coins escalate in their reward, right? So let's say I get 1 token, it's worth 1. If I get another token right behind it, it's worth 2, right? And then if I get another token behind that, it's worth 4. Like I could just double it every time, or even do. Actually, I think it's +1 every time, so it's a ×3 bonus, a ×4 bonus, etc. Right? And so every time you get a token in succession, let's see, hold on, let's do this. Add win condition, add streak bonus, and then actually it's not a multiplier, but basically every successive coin is worth +1. Dude, you gotta get rid of that SARS Bola you got going on.
I should get to it for like a couple days when I'm good. Go hiking. I have to bail.
What?
Supposed to go hiking. Might have to bail.
Okay.
No, I mean I might have to bail because I'm sick on my people that I'm going hiking with.
Oh, you could just go be the miserable guy. Like on the hike, you could be the miserable guy, like, oh god, guys, oh god, Mama says I'm precious, I'm not feeling well. Can you give me the water? Oh, we could pitch the coins down. So what about, I think when Satan shows up, he resets the multiplier. So, Keeb, let's run for only purely in a row. It resets if you don't get a coin directly behind, right? So, hold on. Resets streak end. So anything that's not a coin will reset that streak, and then because basically then now you've got like the, oh man, I want to get coins in a row, right? And stack that up. And then do we want to do a score multiplier at that time? Because remember, there is this soft or hidden currency in the game of score, right? Score is over here. We could actually do something like every time you spend a token, you get 1 more score.
Yeah.
Then spending tokens is slap and tickle. Or is just keep score simply the same. Every time you pass a door, you're good, right?
Tokens seem to be the main thing to go for here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, make it one, like you said before, like multiple resources. You don't want to split people, so if they're going for one thing, this is a very direct game in.
Totally. Well, think about it this way, though: is that the reason that you won't spend tokens is actually the score, right?
What?
Well, so like, why would you even care about ads then? Do you see what I'm saying? Is like, if you want to remove the ad, you have to spend a token. Why do you want to spend a token? Because I want a higher score, or I want to see how many tokens I have, etc. Right? Do you see what I'm kind of getting at? It's like they have to work together. If they're not working together, then you don't finish the compulsion loop of the player wanting to go through the next set of doors. Right? Do you see what I'm saying?
Kind of. I maybe you'd have to.
Well, here, let's play it.
Yeah.
Let's play it, and I'll walk you through it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're actually going to do a lot more design today than actual coding, but okay. So I'm at score 0, right?
Right.
The goal that I want you to get to, I don't want you to stockpile tokens, right? The tokens are only good for one thing. They're for removing ads, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we could actually get rid of score. Right, I'll put it in right now just so that we knew how many doors we went through, right? And the whole sort of point of escaping hell is going to be based on how many doors you pass, right? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, what I'm tracking is what's my score when I spend my last token. Right? There we go. That. Oh fuck! Right, and so my score is 11.
Score is technically just doors. How many sets of doors you pass?
That's correct, right?
Okay, so yeah, I mean maybe it
So-
just needs to be like calling it doors or levels or
Oh, call it doors instead of score. That makes sense.
yeah, you know what I mean? Just
Well, let's do that and see if that makes more sense for you, because I think so. I mean, what I'm
'cause it's like once you look at it, you're like, holy shit! I went through 25 doors this last playthrough. Oh yeah, but I did 80. You know, that's
now that's what I mean by that's the actual compulsion to get you farther,
totally
right?
Alright,
Speaking
now-
of which, right? So why would you spend tokens unless you were going to go for how many doors you went through?
exactly like
Right.
Keeb just said. It's like Flappy Bird. He brought up something about 2 doors have a coin and 1 has Satan. It's like you're always just trying not to pick Satan. So it's not so much random as it is.
Yeah. So the reason that I went for 3 is like the concept that there's something different behind each door, right? And so nothing is just the reward is for nothing is actually score. It's just progression, right?
Cool. Yeah.
And so the other ones are the other way. So like that's neutral.
Right.
The door is increased by 1. Going through a door with a token is a positive reward. I've not only gone through the door to get a score, but I've also gotten a token. Right?
This was more in relation to the streaks, though, because he said it would be too tough to get to the streak.
Oh, that's okay, because especially once we go back and add, I take another attempt at progression, right? So we'll add progression. I'm basically going to start messing with you, right? So like every 10 doors, one of the doors changes to a random color. And so you will think that there is some chance that you're being informed about what's behind the door, and you're not. It's just totally random. The other thing, Keeb, is the streak. The streak mechanic is, I think that devalues the streak mechanic possibly, because I'm not doing. I don't actually pick which door things are behind. It's actually just a 33% chance that I pick from a list. And so if I've got, say, the coin in there twice, you'll always get coins. Basically, the math changes as far as like what the penalty versus reward structure is. It's just a different tuning thing. But I definitely want you to feel like when you go through nothing, it's either positive or negative, and it's what you bring to it, right? Does that make sense, Keeb? Let me restate. When you go through a door that doesn't have a token, it should still feel positive. That's why I'm asking, maybe we do a streak when you go through doors. Like, if I go through 2 empty doors, my score increases on a streak.
Yeah.
Right? So basically we add this streak mechanic to like...
It would just be a multiplier, right? Times 2.
Well, yeah, that's how I'll represent it, right? But literally...
Cool.
What?
That would be cool, and
yeah,
kind of gives you a sense of progression as a player.
Yes, because I think where we're at now. So let's look at the game again. We're at that point where we have our base economy, right? And this is metaphorically for every game, right? We have our core mechanic. We have our base economy. The choice is, what is one of 3 doors? Oh, negative. Positive, negative, nothing, right? Which is neutral. Nothing, which is neutral. Positive. And now I also have I have 2 decisions to make. Which door? Remove the ad. I'm going to remove the ad because that costs me something, right? So I've made a decision to spend something. The other decision on screen here is how far do I want to go, right?
The only thing that I see right now, I'm not trying to be a pain in the ass.
No. This is why This is why we do this together. Go for it.
Yeah, the only thing that I'm seeing now is, and this might be just the way that the ads are being moved off screen, is why would I spend my tokens to remove the ad? And I
Yes. So So
what I had imagined before when we were originally talking about an ad would slap on the screen, making it difficult to play.
yeah, except so I'm not going to do a full screen ad, and the reason I did that is it is like a full stop, which means that people will probably not spend the tokens. Like I'm forcing people into the decision of passing through the ad, right? Which means like, fuck it, I'm done. Like I just delete, right? Do you see what I'm kind of getting at?
Yeah, I think there needs to be more motivation for it.
So what we're missing right now, though, and you can't see it, and especially since you're not able to actually play this, is that the ad is going to show up over. Here, I will do a fake. Hold on. The ad will show up over. There's our cube. Let's go to our scene. I'm going to move this down a little bit. Move this over. Sorry, hold on. So let me see if I can show it to you in this way. 0. Let's see. 10. Too far. 4. Where's that in our game screen? A little high. Let's do 2. Okay. Let's see if I can do this correctly. 2.5. 7.5. That's going to probably work because I'm going to move it in space to, let's see, -1. -2. No, -1. Okay, now let's make it 10 wide. Okay, now imagine that this is actually over doors and tokens instead of in front of, behind them so that they're obscured. So basically you're going to end up playing the game blind, right? So if these stack up, say like this, there's 1, okay, it's there for 10 seconds, right? There's another one. Starting then, it's another 10 seconds, right? There's another one, 10 seconds. So basically, the ads are going to be annoying enough to make you want to remove them. And it's okay if you don't, from my perspective, because I'm getting ad impressions.
You're right.
Right? So, like, pull yourself out of that sort of meta piece of, like, I'm not going to decide how you feel about those ads, right? But you have the option to remove them, which is to spend a token to get rid of it.
Should they be on longer then? Considering maybe for a view for an ad needs to be longer, 30 seconds?
No, it's 10. It's 10.
It's 10?
It's 10, yeah. So 30 seconds.
Per ad, right? It's a still frame.
Also remember our play cycle, right? Let's say that I start spending tokens. Our play cycle might be less than 3 minutes. So 30 seconds is like a full fifth of that experience.
Yeah, no
do
way.
you see what I'm saying? So like we have to remember the scale.
Of course. Ro, what's going on?
Hey, it's Ro. Hold on one sec.
Got a good group here.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat room.
Oh, no problem. Of course.
Hello, Elf. Oh, good old Ro. Okay, so my blocker is gone. Now let's play the game once for Ro since he just showed up. Who said Key was dirty? Okay, but you're right. We may need one more compulsion for you to remove the ads, right?
Exactly.
Dude, you are not going hiking with that cough. It's not going to happen.
I just bailed. I bailed on. I can't.
It's not. There's no like.
It's not smart. It's of course, you know, like I was really looking forward to my first weekend back to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, now
yesterday at work, I started getting a sore throat. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, but now you can play games all day. So, look, dude.
Yeah, Dragon's Age ready to go.
If you went out with that cough to go hiking with all the pollen and shit,
It'd be worse.
The miserable. You would be that miserable guy. You would be like, "Hi guys, I'm miserable." Oh God, Mama says I'm precious. Oh God.
Let's get more water.
Yeah. Okay, Ro says me. No one told me. I'm gonna give you a voice, Ro. No one told me you would be inviting dirty elves. Who says elves are dirty? Me.
Sounded like one of the Ninja Turtles voices. Michelangelo, the original.
Okay. So let's pull the room. We got, potentially another hour to go. What are we going to tackle on that list of things to tackle today? Right? Let's look at this list and decide what we're going to do for the rest of our time today, because it's still a lot. Remember, like about 2 months ago, I was like, we're close to done. Yeah, we're nowhere near close to done, right? But
because it's going to be a great game, it's going to have a ton of shit in it.
Yeah. Well, also remember, actually, it's kind of bloated, right? And this is something that happens dangerously when you work on your own stuff without a timeline. Is feature creep, right? The original concept actually exists in the game. We could publish it like this, and it would fulfill the first concept of how it was conceived, right? I mean, it's done. It's literally.
Doors open, you get a coin.
It restarts, whatever. It's just not polished, and it doesn't look great.
Right.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look polished, right? It's not pro style. So technically, we could put it up. However, actually, that's an interesting sort of thing to think about. Is maybe we'll put it up so everybody can play it, and then show up to watch it get finished, right? Keeb's a feature creep. Okay. And the chat room went wild. Okay. The other thing, though, is as this thing kind of took on a life of its own, the things that come out of the design lessons here, it's actually an interesting, perfect, simple project to talk about these things, about scoring systems, player thought processes and stuff, right? So yeah, we've had feature creep, but I think we've had some pretty good conversations around why we're doing some of this stuff, which is kind of what this is really all about anyway. Yes, Mr. Lowalski. I spent my tokens.
Bums lose.
The bums lost!
Get a job, sir.
Yeah, that's right. Do what your parents did, sir. Get a job. So, all right. What's everybody say? We've got a... Let's see. What does... sorry, lost track. Okay, so what do we want to do now? So, Google Ads, we're sort of... let's see. Let's put this into... test on device. I'll hook that up. I'll do a little test today. In fact, handy dandy whiteboard marker. Okay, I'll test that after the show. You don't have to watch me test on the device, but I'll show you how that works later. The coin animation's fine for now. Polish the particles. We need to get a poof for that. I'll do some trolling of the asset store after the show. No reason for you guys to watch me window shop until we go back and do an asset store roundup, right? I'll go through and show you what I'm looking for in the store, how I judge or grade assets. Polish or remove ads. This also needs to be tried on a device. We're getting close to actually just hooking up a device next Saturday, and only.
Let's do the start screen or the start state.
Yep. Let's do the start state. So we have a start state now, which is basically just a reset. So let's go take inventory. What is it that we'd like to do?
Just one type, half a second or 1 second animation of jumping this game starting this game would be really helpful.
Right, the doors show up. Let's talk about that for a second. So this is the way I sort of always thought about it, and this is why the doors here. Hold on, I'm going to close this window so that UScript doesn't force it over the top again. The doors show up, right? Your first choice, right? But I think say what?
But how did we get there?
Yeah, and in fact, I think this is the way I was thinking about it. And let me, I'll just start adding stuff. Where's my? Yeah. Let's build what we think our start screen is going to look like, right? And in fact, actually, let's go back to Keynote. I actually think that's our start screen. Right? It's exactly what I sort of always thought, right? Like he shows up, he challenges the player, right? This is your challenge. You'll never find the end. Wah ha 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 ha. Right? Tap to start. And then when we reset, we always come back to tap to start. Right? But we need to set up that Satan is the bad guy.
He comes up in front of our doors right now.
Totally. Right?
Okay.
So let's go here. And so let me see if I can find where is our
Satan head?
Yeah, but there's actually unreward is what I called it. Okay. Let's find this guy. 000. There he is. Okay. Go to the game screen. Let's actually do this as -1. There he is. 0. 1. Okay. That's fine. And let's move him up a little bit more. Let's move him up to 2. Bless you.
Thank you.
-2. Let's move him back down to 0. No. 1. Okay. You know what? What I'm doing is just some positioning stuff, but I think -1 is just to get him on screen. Is like I think we want him to be more like this size, right? Let's see. Down a little bit there. Move him a little bit more forward. Right? Is that he's here, and then we'll drop a text box in there of let's see, 3D object. I'll just drop a cube in there for now so that we can see it. Where is he? -2, 0.2, 0.3, -2.3. Okay, hold on. 1. And I'll just use this to represent his speech bubble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this will be his.
He is clipping. Should he come forward from the ground?
This isn't our final implementation. I'm just blocking it out.
Okay.
Right. So we're actually not going to do it this way at all. But I just wanted to see. In a very fast way of like, what do you think about the layout of that screen, right? And let's actually move this to 0.1. Yeah, I mean, he won't. I'll take care of the clipping just for now. We'll just do this, right? He's like, "Welcome to your hell of doors," right? And in fact, we could even do something like. Turn it off completely, or not even have doors, right? But I think we need to have the doors because that's the challenge. He's showing you the challenge. He's making his challenge, right? Actually, hey, you want to record those voices?
Yeah, I have some in my audition thing. Oh shit, I can't. Oh no.
Oh no. All right. So let's go to scene. I'm going to go back to our canvas. Sorry, not here. Let's go to our canvas. I'm going to add sprite. No, sorry, UI. Image. Are you? Am I muted over there? Is it you or me? That's me.
You can't hear me?
I'm catching feedback on myself. Bring the doors closer for the start screen, though. I think.
Yeah, I see what he means. Because you can kind of, it's like when you hit start, you almost enter the first set, and then the first set that you actually interact with start.
Wait, what?
So, to start the game, it's like Satan comes up here, like on this screen, right? Says his blurb.
Yeah.
You tap to start, and then when you tap to start, the set of doors that are right behind him that are in that frame, they open up, and then that starts the game. So it like gets you into the flow of the game.
Okay, is that what you're saying, Ro? I'm not even I just want to make sure that what you're saying and what he's saying is exactly the same thing.
Probably not, but I think it just makes sense for the animation.
Right. So what you're saying is Satan is there by himself, and the doors show up after, like behind him. Is that what you're saying?
So everything is the same. Your framing, your composition is the same for how you have it in the keynote. So it's Satan, the 3 doors behind him.
Right. Right.
So it looks like the game that we've been working on, 3 doors in Unity, but with Satan and the text bubble and 3 doors, right? Once you hit tap to start, when Satan says tap to start, then the doors behind, he disappears, the doors behind him, we go through them like we would normally. And then the game starts. So it's just kind of like a move from this screen as a transition into the game itself.
Got it. I see what you're saying. So let's I need to think about that for a second, because there's actually quite a lot going on there. Right? So, we're going to have to do... I am going to set up... Where's the camera right now? Okay, so I've got these camera positions. Did I end up using these? I don't remember. Spawn door rewards is attached to the camera, which is on the other side. The main camera does not have a set spot. I am going to create an empty object on this camera. All right? Let's call this camera cam underscore game position. So I don't know that I'm gonna need this, right? Ah, son of a bitch! I didn't hit enter. Cam game position. Right? Enter. This thing is attached to its parent object, which is the main camera. The position, when they're attached, is relational. Just to review, 0, 0, 0 means that it's exactly at, let's go look at the camera, the spot that is the center of the camera right now, right? But now what I'm going to do is take it off the parent so that it's in the world. Now if I move the camera off, the camera game position will show me where it's supposed to be, right? Okay. And then I'll do the quick way of getting it back to spot, which is that, and then we'll pull it off of there again. Okay. There's our camera game position. Make sure that our camera's there as well. Yep. So now I've got, all I did is I put a marker down that shows me where the camera is right now for gameplay, so that we can compose our start scene, right? Okay, now let's do, let me look at this canvas. We're going to add a, we're going to create our 2D object, sorry, UI object, which is an image, and we will include material source image. Let's pick our Satan head, right? Hello, Satan. Okay, it should be in the center. Let's just call it that for now. Let's look at our game screen. Okay, he's down at the bottom left. That color's fine. 111 scale, pivot. Let's call this start Satan head, and he'll show up to give us the business. Width and height is 100, 100. Let's make this shift tab 500, 500, and we'll change his position. I'm just going to put him in the center of the screen for now, and then we'll place him over to the side. 0, 0 from this anchor point. So let's make him anchored in the bottom left. We'll put him there. Let's do it this way. So you see this white frame? This white frame represents the screen space.
Mm-hmm.
It's close. It's sort of representational. It's actually pixel correct, but it's also much bigger than the actual game screen. So hold on one second. We'll call this 250. Just make it all flat and even. You know my OCD. So let's go to the game screen and we'll see that he's taking up most of the screen. I don't like that his shoulder clips. So I'm going to move him down just a tad so that shoulder piece is gone. Right? Oh, we lose his hand. You know what? We're going to replace this Satan anyway, right?
That's true.
So let's just get him in there and get it functioning. Although I do enjoy this one.
I do too. He's got an attitude.
Well, there's something really like smarmy about him, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's add
like
one. Say what?
He's like an agent.
Totally. Don't tell Noah that. Text.
Noah doesn't chime in on these. He's got. He's starting a family.
I know. He's due any day now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where is this? Oh, there it is. And let's make the color white so we can see it. Let's make the size something like 32 points. Did I lose it completely? Where you at, Chief? Where you at?
Weird.
Oh, because actually what I did is I made the font larger than the actual size of the text box. So let's make this right. And
there you go.
It's like okay. Just fit. Don't truncate. Overflow. There we go. Can you escape my hell of ads?
There's 9 people watching.
I know. Does anybody want some coffee?
I have to make some after this, I think. Get some Dragon Age going for the next 20
Yeah,
minutes.
nice. So,
That's my hiking.
say what?
That's my hiking.
Yes, you're hiking? Dragon Age hiking?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. So let's do this. Escape my hell of ads! Right? Start singing it. Right? Let's move him over a little bit. Let's take this text and move it up some. Right? I don't care about the anchor point right now. We will at some point. But let's look at the game.
That's cool.
Right, but I think compositionally, you're right. We need to sort of make this look correct. Right? Escape my hell of ads.
And he could be even with his teeth.
Oh, with his teeth. Good call. Right, there we go. Okay. So there's a couple of different things there. Is I need to make sure that our start state doesn't allow you. Actually, you could just start hitting the doors, and that just gets you in, right?
Yeah, actually.
Or
He would need to animate on or something, right?
yeah, we'll animate him out. Yeah, there's some. Honey, where are my ads? The Keeb just wrote that. Oh, that's awesome. So, I think I don't want to get too deep into composing what this screen looks like without with this old Satan head. Let's just get the functional piece of having a start screen right now. I think these are all good good suggestions. Oh yeah, Ro wants a bright orange demon.
Does that reference anything?
Of course he does. Well, we all used to play Rocket Arena together. Ro, Keeb, and I, and that was one of the first games I think that allowed you to do really awesome custom skins and models. And somebody made like a super bitchin' demon, and that was always Ro's character.
Was that Quake?
Quake 2 Rocket Arena, and then I did.
Man, it was great.
Yeah, Keeb's nightmares become reality, and then I went and made a naked guy skin. Right, so it was like just a flesh tone with like piercing blue eyes, and like it was just kind of like murky around the crotch.
A Fremen.
Kind of like a Fremen, yeah. It was a little bit, but he was just naked, and so it was awesome to get online. You could tell when somebody had skins because they would like I'd jump around the corner and people would be like, "Wait, was that dude naked?" Like they'd just pause for like a split second. Keeb's nightmares become reality. Nice. Ah, the good old days. Let me see here. Okay, so let's just do the setup for this. And in fact, I think what I'm gonna do is let's go to our let's do this on our main screen, right? Because we're gonna track our state here, and let's start to talk about start state. So this is the on-graph enable is the event that kicks everything out, right? And what I'm doing is, oh, that's right, I fuck donkeys for sport, Del. Oh no! So we used to have text macros. Everybody had them, and so that's one. Those were some of our text macros. Yeah. All right. So based off of this start state, what we'll do is we'll do a lot of our stuff there. But let me add a comment here and comment the body of this being start state notes. Set up the start state here. Add challenge Satan. Pun intended. Add start logic. And start logic slash button, right? Add state variables. Oh, later, Keeb. Later, dude. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Thank you, Teague.
It's awesome. My code buddy. At state variables, etc. So let's talk about some of these right now. We know that we're going to need a Boolean, right? Called show start Satan. We will make that false right now, right? Because actually we'll make it true, right? We're also gonna need to actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Start state.
We have 10 people, Chris.
Oh my God! Do we really? Or did when Keeb jumped out? Did we lose?
No, we're at 10 right now.
Okay.
We were at 10 for a while and I missed it. That's my fault.
We have 10 people. We're gonna give away. Wait, who wants coffee? Do we have 10 people that actually even want coffee?
Yeah, does
anybody even actually want me to send you out a kicking horse? Oh wait, hold on. We can do an unboxing every time. Like, got a box. Like, oh. All right. Let's give away a bag of kicking horse coffee. Kick ass.
You're on it. I got to put it in a our name generator.
Yeah, I'm not even here to hunt. What'd you say?
I said I wrote down the name so we could throw them in a name generator.
Okay.
In here.
So let's do this. Actually, let's. And okay, let's do a new graph. This will be. Let's save that. Okay, everybody that wants to be in the random name generator for a bag of coffee that I will send you. Oh, by the way, these need to be ground, right? Because that's the way I drink my coffee. I don't go for the pre-ground crap. Like, I grind the coffee every night. If you want to do it coffee with Crossway, you grind your own beans. The old-fashioned way. Anyway, so everybody in the chat room that wants coffee, it's because I'm not gonna pull out any. I'm not gonna call anybody out that doesn't want to be called out, right? So if you want to jump into the random name generator that I'm gonna make here on camera. Does that work? Actually, the fastest way to absorb anything is in your coma. By the way, look up. Actually, I'll tell you what to look up later. But let's just say that it involves a turkey baster. Okay.
Well,
what? Oh my God! I learned that shit in prison. Anyway, okay. Who wants a bag of coffee? Chime in. Just chime in with like, "I want coffee" in the chat room. If I get nobody, then I'm gonna drink all the coffee myself, and we're gonna make more stuff. But if somebody out there wants this bag of coffee, I'll throw you guys into the random named piece, and we will we'll make it happen. Actually, you know what I'll do is I'll put it into the game right now, and we'll open the door, and the name will pop up.
There you go. Let's do that. It's hilarious.
My jokes are crosses reality. Hot. It's hot, Del. Okay, Del wants coffee. So Ro wants coffee.
Del's sticking coffee beans up his car.
Wait, do you want a bag of coffee? Or are you eligible? I know I'm not eligible.
I don't think I'm eligible.
Okay. Who's eligible? Who's in? Anybody? Anybody? Chime in. Holy shit, this is going to make for a really, really boring, like, drawing. But we'll do it anyway.
Gamify your handouts. Gotta gamify everything, man. That's the trick.
That's right, dude. Okay, let's go into the scoring piece.
I think everyone wants coffee.
Sure. I want coffee. Well, there's a couple people I don't know in there, so I don't want to call them out if they don't want it. So let's say it's Josh, Roe, and Proxy, right? Oh, you know what? Keeb jumped out. Let's put Keeb on there too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to speak for him. Okay, so let's go to our reward spawn, right? And what we're going to do, instead of, see this list, our random list here, reward string, we're actually going to change some of this stuff up so that we can get ourselves a pop on the first piece. So let's go back to the level. Let's create. Everybody's gonna get. So let's create Let's do. Well, let me think about how I want to do this. I am going to create a Josh. Let's call this Josh Chu. Josh Chu. Then we're going to make another empty, which is row. Raw Kana. Let's create another empty. We'll make this proxy 66, or is it proxy Vivi? VV. No, that's okay. Think of it more like a commodity or a currency. You're going to do something with the coffee. And when you do that something with this coffee, I want you to make a video of it, even if it's give it to somebody else, right? Or I'll bust out one of these things, and you can always keep this bag of coffee from my heart, Josh. And I'll put a little card on it, like, to Josh from Coffee with Cross. We love you. Josh is our #1 fan. #1 fan. We need to make him a shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I need to do this one at a time. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Let's change the view on this to this so I can get an empty spot. There we go. Joshua Chu. We'll delete this one. Let's grab yes, delete that. Row and proxy. There we go. Get rid of this one. We'll delete this one. And then Josh will put you in the level. Everybody is going to get. How am I gonna make this personal? Let's add component UI text. I haven't tried this yet, so we're gonna try and put a text. Let's see, piece onto an empty. Apply this. Hold on. Position 0, 0, 0. 14. Let's do center. Rich text. Nope, don't care about that. Horizontal overflow, and overflow. Best fit. Make it 200 by 300, something like that. And then let's see if we can find that shit. What up, son? Where's Rockana? Is it not attached to the canvas? I'm just looking to see if this exists somewhere. Oh, wait, it does. Real small, y'all. Let's play it and see if Ro is in our world. Ro, are you in our world? I don't see you. That may not work that way. Let's try. Because what I just did is I put a UI object on this thing, but I think it has to be, there has to be a canvas object first.
Mhm.
I can just add a canvas to this mug, right? And then let's ditch the ditch this text piece. Let's remove that component. Let's remove this component. Yes, that's fine. Canvas renderer was on there, but let's remove that. Let's go to our canvas piece and add a text component. There we go. All right. And see if we can get this to work. Okay. Text. Don't wrap. Overflow. Best fit. We'll make this something like, what was the other one that I did, like 32? Right? And then the size of this. Do you see it somewhere? Oh, there it is. Hey, Rokana showed up. Okay. Apply this. So if I hide this, boom, bong, bing, bong. Okay. Placement of this is actually per the screen. Alright, I don't like that. Let's actually get a little bit more complex here. Let's delete this piece. Yeah, deleted. Let's do this instead. Okay, add variable list, because I want to get to it. String list. 1, 2, 3. Rokana. Josh Chu. Proxy. Oops, there we go. This, don't make it public. This is coffee contest. Oh, caps lock. Coffee contest. Coffee beans plus butt. That will be in the butt bob. Okay, we're going to receive the signal that we're going to spawn a reward. At this point in time, we're going to, I'm going to move my reward string over for a little bit. I'm going to drop this over here. Pick from this list. When we get that string, I'm going to, actually, we're going to do it this way. I am going to copy this whole set. Right. Put this up here, and then what we're going to do is unhook that piece. All right. We're going to take this back up. Put this up here, Joshua Chu, Rokana, and let's make this caps. Rokana. This one is Joshua Chu. Chu. Proxy. I seen it. Okay. I seen it. Prefab name.
Pull the man's jawbone off. He was ruthless.
Let's see something different. Then we are going to spawn that reward, which is B. Oh, actually, no, that's fine. It's going to match that. This is just a string. This doesn't get a name. My name is. Spawned reward object. We don't need to know that. We're going to get there. So the one thing I want to do, let's do this at the 10th door. Okay. I'll add action, condition, counter, integer counter, right? When it's the same, go in. When that happens, see variable to increment. Let's do this. Right click on the nub, create linked variable. Come on, chief. No? Not going to do it for me? Not going to happen? Okay, let's put an integer down. This variable will get incremented. Variable to compare with incremented variable. So let's copy this, drop it down. So when A equals, when the relationship, every time this goes in, A gets compared to B. If it's any one of these conditions, greater than or equal, less than or equal to or less than, then we can kick off something to happen, right? So let's do equal to 10. We will randomly access this list and spawn that object. Now let's go make something visual for everybody. I was going to do it with UI text and put everybody's name on there, but let's do when that object spawns. Bless you.
Thank you.
When that object spawns, let's do. I'm just using it for logic. I'm not actually going to make those objects the spawn piece. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to grab this bit. Let's. We're going to leave Satan up there. Hey, let's have this text. Let's drop this into here. Property. UI text. We're going to look for. Come on. Oh my shit. Alright. Let's do this so that I can see my screen. I'm going to drag this object in here, right? We're going to place other property of that UI text, which is going to be. Come on, son. Do you see text in there? GUI text, right? Oh no, that's a texture. Hold on, delete that. Let's do this. Reflected properties, Unity UI text. We want to have the text be something. We're going to change that text. Oh my God, the right-click menu is not working. Stop it. Come on, Unity. And what we're going to do is add action. Let's look at this for a second. I think there's a nub here. This instance is going to be the. I think it's just called text in there, right? Let's call this. Okay, now this is going to be winner text. There we go. So what we want to do is set the winner text to proxy. Hold on. Okay, and then okay, let's copy. We're going to duplicate this. I'm going to hit Command D. Oh, hotkeys. Sometimes.
Is it because of the update?
I don't know. Probably. Jesus.
You Command C, Command V?
That's what that bing bing was?
Huh.
I was just doing it before, but it seems like I've got a hotkey issue. This is a hot mess! There we go. Alright. We will, when we finish spawning, oh shit. And action. There should be a set string. So variable string set string. The value that I want. Right. Hold on.